Hi everyone, this is Golden Truths, episode 21. This is Tahira. I am still in Pakistan. I'm going to be here for another week before I go back to Singapore and hopefully to India. Alright, so I'm going to talk about living the life of integrity. So I chose this topic for some specific reasons actually. I had some interesting experience and some observations I had while I was here. So before I start, I'll just let people come online. So I am now in Lahore, Pakistan. It's been a couple of days here, visiting some family members, and I do have family also in India. And sadly, the situation between India and Pakistan, wow, it's sad. It's become such a strain right now. And I hope that nothing happens that's bad and that things resolve between India and Pakistan. It's sad because, for myself, I have my family from both sides, Pakistan and India. So, and I've always prayed for unity between countries. All right, so thank you for coming online. Hi Romania, hi Ghosh, hi Vanessa. So the reason why I want to talk about living a life of integrity is that, I've been seeing not just what's happening between India and Pakistan. I don't want to go too much into that because it's such a sensitive situation. But I do notice one thing, that there are too many of us living a life of a lie. I'm telling you honestly, it's so prevalent. They're living a life of a lie. That how many people do you meet are truly authentic, truly being natural. Natural as in whenever they are at home or when they're at the office, when they're with certain people or with another group of people. How often are we consistent between different situations, different types of people? Or do we change and mold ourselves to adjust accordingly to our benefit? So I find it very sad that I've seen people who are so polite and kind to certain groups of people who are more affluent, intellectual, but the minute they're dealing with people of a lesser caliber, lesser status, they become vicious. They really become vicious. And I've seen it also between races. It's very sad. I witnessed abuse, verbal abuse, just because of differences in status. So, living a life of integrity is being consistent across the type of peoples we meet, in how we respond, in terms of our kindness, our manner of speaking, being consistent in what we say and not altering according to the situation. How many of us practice that? You must be noticing the sounds in the background. They're about to start the prayers. In fact, it's just starting now. So that's the thing I wanted to say, is consistency. How often do you practice consistency in your life? Okay? And the other thing, how natural are you in your day-to-day activities? How natural are you with your family and with your family and friends and with colleagues? Do you remain the same or do you change? A person who remains the same, is consistent, is a person of integrity. Now, the other thing is also a value of integrity is staying to your true self and always lowering yourself in front of others. Humility is a value of integrity. It's an attribute of integrity. A person who apologizes for something, even though it may not be her or his mistake, is a person of integrity. He's always putting others ahead of himself. Is always understanding that how he shows himself to society is not so important as being true to his heart, to God. Person of integrity will not hide and not try to be something, but in secret do something else. So, for example, I may say in this video that I am such and such a person, but in my real life, I'm not like that. So that doesn't make me a person of integrity. So integrity is something which is probably the most difficult attribute to adopt in our lives. And integrity is something that may not be rewarded by humankind, but will be rewarded by God. Because God will record what is unseen to mankind, but He knows what's in your heart. Person of integrity is not concerned, not worried about what people think. He or she does what's right. And I pray that what happens between India and Pakistan, how the situation is handled, is done with integrity. With the recent attacks near Srinagar, I pray that there is no more unscrupulous behavior or deception just to create a rift between two neighbors who were meant to be allies. And it's about time. It's been too long of being separated, or at least on attack mode. It's been too long. And we're in a stage in humanity where the world needs to come together and not put up walls. We have enough walls. The walls need to be broken down. And these are the walls. As the walls are broken down, we are becoming people who are of integrity, because we care not about what people think. We care about doing the right thing rather than focusing on perceptions, focusing on getting ahead for our own benefit. So I hope that, the situation improves, and I hope that, this is one of the things that I always looked at, and I try to remind myself, be a person of integrity. And I call on all of you to look into those values, even though you may lose out when you play a life that's integral you may not get ahead as much because you speak the truth. When you speak the truth, it may not always be the best thing. It may not always be something people want to hear. All right? So, thank you very much. I just want to share the short message. I'm just here for another few days. It's quite a chilly here, all right? And I'm really happy to meet some of the people here in Pakistan. And I just hope that, next few months there will be more peace between Pakistan and India. Thank you very much for joining me. And have a great Monday evening. Bye.